Aloha everybody, Meg here. Gonna do something a little different tonight. Sorry for the delay on the videos. I've been busy working, doing a lot of overtime, and it's been kind of tiring. I'm in the process of working on a book, several books actually. So just trying to put the finishing touches on one of them. But today I'm going to list some profile points that David Paulides has listed in pretty much all of his videos and on his, not videos, but books and the interviews that he's given on Coast to Coast AM. And I'm going to voice some of my very own theories of what's going on. And it's easy to do that when you know a lot about the paranormal and the unknown and some folklore that surround the history of our great nation, even outside of our nation in other countries. And one of them I'm going to list later on, like at the end of the video, dealing with Iceland, and it's a very, very, very important fact or factor dealing with some of the disappearances of these people in these national parks. Okay, now with some of the cases dealing with people who vanish, under certain profile points, the one thing that's very clear in a lot of the cases is that their cell phones and their shoes are never found, ever. And in a lot of other cases too, like they would disrobe or they'll be depantsed. Sometimes their pants are found, at their ankles. But the crazy part is the belt is unbuckled and the zipper is down and the pants are unbuttoned. So therefore, there has to be some reason why it was like that. What reason that would be, I don't know. And for them to actually be dead without any sign of death on their body, that's a mystery in of itself. Oh, okay. Here's another part that's even weirder. Out of all the stuff that is never found near or on the body, their wallet is always still with them. Now, why would you take their supplies, their gear, and that's only if you were hiking in the woods or in the forest or even in a national park. Their gear is always taken along with everything else, like the shoes and some of their clothing. But the wallet is always still there. Why? You would take stuff like the gear, but you wouldn't take their money. To me, that's the weirdest part of all this. Obviously, money is no object to you, but the gear is. That makes no sense. No human I know would do something like that. Not even a serial killer. But let's see what else. Yeah, and just like I said before, when these people are found deceased, there is never, look, the coroners can never find a cause of death. It's just some lifeless corpse lying on the ground or near a creek bed somewhere, and they're always found near a body of water, whether it be a river or a creek bed, or even a lake. Now, in cases like that, and they're found dead with no sign of death, my theory on that would be there's some kind of person or being that can kill a person without using their hands. The people who are being found dead are never touched by anything. There's no fingerprints on the body, nothing. So I'm thinking that they're killing these people with their mind. They have some sort of mental ability to somehow kill you. Maybe they do something to you, to your mind, and you're overloaded with, or they do something to the inside of your body. They may be able to inflict pain on a person from the inside out, like the Henry McCabe case, where you can hear him moaning and groaning over the phone when he's leaving after while he's leaving his wife a voicemail, and then you hear a growl in the background, and then you hear someone say stop it. You never actually hear that person say that because they don't never show that part or play that part, but you do hear a growl, but but you hear him moaning and groaning in pain. Now, when they found his body in that lake, or near that lake, there was no sign of trauma to the body. There was no sign of any kind of harm, whatever this was did to him. So, I don't know. Maybe it's some sort of next level serial killer that has all these abilities, like Siler from, from Heroes. If you ever watched that TV show, you know what I'm talking about. He had all kinds of power. He was able to do so much, and he was never caught. You know, he could fly. He could use some type of force energy that he emits from his finger, and he can cut a line right across your forehead, or pretty much across your entire skull, and cut it open, just to retrieve your powers by eating the brain. Weird. That's another thing. The coroners I've never heard of anyone checking to see if the brain was even in the body, because the body cannot survive without the mind, or without the brain alone. So maybe somehow they're extracting the brain from these people in a way that we can't understand. Maybe the brain is being phased through its skull, which would make sense if you was able to think like that. You know, I mean, what other reason could there be for the person to actually be dead when there's no reason why they're dead? Obviously, maybe they don't even have a brain. I don't even know if they even thought to even look to see if they even had a brain still in their head. You know, but that's just my theory. I thought about this a couple weeks ago, and to me, it has merit, but there's no. People would never think like that. They would never think that far. You know, so. Like I said, I guess that's a theory that's just going to be hanging in limbo for a while until someone actually thinks to do that, But now there was a guy named Kevin Yannin. That's Y-A-I-N or Y-A-I-N-E. I'm not sure how to spell. Maybe it's Y-A-N-E-N. I'm not sure. But anyway, he wrote a masterful book about these people disappearing, all over the world and stuff like that. And one of his quotes in the book, or statements, was that these people, or whatever, it's not people, I know that, whatever this is, but they cannot be touched or caught. And when I say touched, I mean they're never seen. They could be probably right in front of you, you never see them. And so they have very powerful cloaking powers. And they can't be caught. They've never been caught in the past century. I mean, because this stuff has been going on for hundreds of years, maybe thousands of years. Because all of these cases date back all the way to the 15th century. So now a lot of the people who are either missing or found dead not only have a high intelligence or they have a high intelligence, but they're also religious. They have diabetes, or they have a German background. And almost everyone who has been taken, or almost everyone that is missing or found dead, have a German background. For some reason, they are very focused on that. Now, I said this before on one of my videos about Bo Solomon. This is the young college student he was a foreign exchange student that was at a college in Italy. A lot of the profile points surrounding his case matches everything that David Politis has always talked about in his books, one of his interviews. And I looked up his last name, Solomon. Solomon is actually a surname for German. It's a German surname, so something to think about there, right? Now, they already said that they found the killer. It was this homeless guy that lived under the bridge that he was walking near. But I think they really don't know how this man died, and they are using him as a cover to say, okay, we found the killer. Because I'm pretty sure they're getting tired of finding people dead and not knowing what killed them. So they are framing this guy to be I think all because of a similar case that he was involved in, where someone either died or he had an argument to fight with, and it was somewhat similar to what happened with Osama from what they said. But I don't know. Okay, like I say, that is one weird thing with almost everybody has a German background, or they're very intelligent. And I'm talking people with prestigious accolades like physicists or physicians, uh, all kinds of doctors or professors at colleges or universities, you name it. These are the people that are being taken. So maybe somewhere their intelligence is needed by these beings. Maybe they don't have education in the world. Maybe they have some technology that they can't figure out, so they need their help to figure it out. I don't know. But whatever is happening, once they're done with them, they just kill them and bring them back. Because I guess they don't want anyone to know who they are, so they kill them to make sure that they don't never tell anyone. And even the ones that do come back, they wipe their memory clean of what happened to them. So, like I said before, it's anybody's guess of what's really going on. Okay. Now you can always tell that they're dead, but you can never tell why they're dead. That's always a big problem with these cases. People will try to rationalize why they did. They'll say, well, they probably died of natural causes, or they probably died because of that. There's no proof to say that that even happened, because we're talking about coroners who are very skilled in their field, and they can't even find the cause of death. And it's not known on the body. They can't never figure out why. So, okay. Now it's easy for the parents or the police to say it was a suicide or a drowning, but it's not easy. It's not very easy for them to say that we don't know what killed them, or when they see there is something that they can't figure out, naturally they're gonna either. It's like I said, it's easy for them to believe that it was a suicide, or a drowning, or hypothermia, or they died, in the elements, or they were eaten by an animal. Now, but if you know people who are very skilled in knowing how animals live and how they thrive and how they eat and kill their prey, they would tell you straight up that no animal did this, because they sometimes find tiny little bone fragments scattered everywhere in certain areas where they find or where they should have found the body. But what animal do you know can devour a body and only leave behind the bones? None. A tiger is not going to do that. A mountain lion is not going to do that. A bear is definitely not going to do that. They may gnaw on the body or whatever, but if they did that, they would find human remains in the scat, even if they bit into the clothing. But that's never found. Never found at all. So that rules that out. And if you're not an expert in these areas, then of course you can't really say that that's what it is. You speculate, but there's no proof of that. If there's an empirical truth to all this, we don't know what that is. We probably never will know. Maybe we will someday, maybe we won't. I'm not sure. But if this keeps up the way it is, we'll never find out. Okay. Okay, some people who vanish are caught on video, like those CC1 cameras, like that be in like all kinds of establishments, like bars and stuff like that. They are caught on camera talking to someone that's not even there. Like the Elisa Lam case, she was seen on camera talking to something that wasn't there. But think about it. Obviously, they were talking to someone, and obviously there was somebody there. We just couldn't see this person. So maybe whatever these things are, they probably had the ability to only show themselves to the person who was about to be taken. Okay? And they blocked themselves from everyone else. Which is why a lot of people can't see ghosts, but other people can. Some people try to say you have to have an innocent mind, or you have to be at a very high meditative state, or whatever the case may be. But obviously, it doesn't have to be that way, because they're showing themselves to these people. And these same people always seem to either turn up dead under mysterious circumstances or they just vanish. Now, Elisa Lamb, she somehow ended up in a tank filled with water after she disappeared from the view of the camera. Now, if you follow the case, you realize that the hole, the opening into the tank was way too small for any human to fit in there. So I'm thinking that whatever these things are, they are able to phase solid mass through solid mass. They're obviously able to, well, Lucy put, they're able to phase a human body through solid mass and place them wherever they want to place them, leaving us to be baffled as to how they even got in there, because her clothes and her sandals were swimming around her, but yet somehow she got in there. How? Okay, people try to say she went up there to drown, but if you realize the fact that there was no way for her to get in there in the first place, something put her there, but she didn't get in there through that opening. She was phased through that tank and was placed in the water by something. That's the only thing I can think of. She phased through, like that girl Kitty Pryde from the X-Men cartoons, how she was able to phase through solid objects. Same thing with Elisa Lamb. She somehow was able to do that, or something made her phase through that solid tank, that solid metal tank, and she ended up inside it. That's my take on this. So sometimes you got to think outside the box. You got to think in all areas. Think about how you see all of these things in TV shows, in movies, and in cartoons. Okay, so I'm just saying, whatever this thing is, it knows a lot about our human culture. It knows a lot about the folklore. It knows a lot about things that we may have seen in movies. It adds all this stuff to the mix of their acts. But there's never any reason to say, okay, it is what it is. Okay. Let's see. Oh, GHB is always found in their bodies, but the coroner can't figure out how the GHB is even getting in their system. They weren't drinking, for them to end up with that date rape drug in their body or in their system, and they can never figure out how it's being administered. So maybe somehow they can produce GHB into the body from the outside, but they can put it in the body. They make it appear inside the body from the outside somehow. I don't know. Weird, very weird. Okay. Oh yeah, part about the people disappearing from bars. I mentioned that already. But yeah, that's another thing. When people are in bars with a crowd of people and the people that they came in with, somehow they are able to get out of the bar without nobody seeing them in a crowd full of people. Okay? Like, it's almost like the person that is being taken is blocked from the vision of everybody around them somehow. They don't ever see this person, so it's almost like they're being cloaked to the point where they never see him leave, so he becomes invisible to them, and he somehow gets out of the club. I don't know. Now, this is something that I wanted to talk about. I was looking at a video on YouTube about Iceland folklore and myths. There was a story about that this guy was talking about. I guess he was a historian for Iceland. He was talking about these trolls that run around the villages chasing the farmers and the children and eating them alive. Think about it. Now, the people who are being found dead in these national parks and forests, sometimes they only find the bones or the top of their cranium and a tooth. So maybe this group of beings are working together and they are actually finding their bodies, or they're just their bones, and whatever it is doing what these beings are doing in Iceland, and they're eating them alive, and the only thing that's left behind are the bones, because there's never any blood, so they drink the blood, they eat the muscle and everything, they devour the body completely, except for maybe a couple of pieces of bone. I'm just saying, there's a lot to think about. There's so many variables to all of this. You can never piece anything together. But that's my time. Aloha, mahalo, and a hui I will have more, so stay tuned. Peace out.